Yo, how is everybody doing today? Thank you so much for joining the stream today. And so today is going to be the podcast day, and we got a special guest today, and that is Smart Alec Plays. And so, Smart Alec Plays, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, man?
Well, firstly, Devin, thank you again, man. Thank you again for this opportunity to be on your stream. The fact I was mentioned earlier for everyone that's brand new. I've known Devin now for 3 years, and we have not actually officially collabed. So the fact I have this opportunity to be here with him, just to talk with him, is such a blessing. And as for myself, I'm a family friendly content creator here on Twitch. I've been doing it for upcoming on 7 years now. Here in September,
7
we do
years.
all things Nintendo. We do things like Smash, Splatoon, Pokemon, Tears of the Kingdom. It's just my such a blessing to play it for so many years, to be here for so many years, and to have a community around me that I cherish and I can see cherishes me equally back. So that's a little bit
Yeah.
about me.
7 years, man. That is such a long time, and man, I mean, that those 7 years it must have been a really nice adventure, man. And so, glad to hear you've been streaming for a very long time. I hear most streamers are like they'll last like what about like sometimes
Mhm.
3 years, sometimes a little bit longer. All
Right,
kind of depending on like where their mind space is, or just other factors that can come into play there. So
right.
congratulations to streaming for almost 7 years, man. That's a long time. So,
Hey, well, Devin, in those 7 years, you said it must have been quite an adventure. Well, it still is.
it
What I
is.
love about streaming, as not only as a hobby but now as a profession and a job, is the fact that each day you learn something new. You learn something new
Exactly.
about yourself, how you handle certain situations. You learn about how people interact, how people have different personalities, and you also just get to do weird things, right? In my streams, we do weird things with food. We've had times where we have eaten ranch on cereal as our most recent. We've had times where over 100 pounds of ice was delivered to my house. I've had times where we got every single topping was put on a Domino's pizza with all the meat toppings, all the vegetables on. It was just so many wonderful things that I've been able to experience with streaming. So yeah, it's been an adventure. It still is an adventure. And man, despite the fact that I have been streaming for 7 years, it feels like I've actually done nothing. Like I have so much more I want to do
Oh man.
because now in upcoming in year seven, I've learned so much, right, from my mistakes, from the good times, from the bad times, right, that now I have such a purpose and an ambition to really push out my content in the way that I see it now in my more advanced age, if you will, in streaming.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, man, you've been leaving a dent in the community. So, I mean, I can't say like, hey, I get it though. Like sometimes it feels like it's like, oh, what have I done like all of these
Mhm.
years of streaming, and then it just kind of takes a little bit of thinking about what's up, Cosmic or Shadow and Cosmic, and so, but yeah, so that's kind of where it's just like the mindset of, well, how am I impacting somebody else's life? And then
Mhm. Yeah.
it's pretty nice. In fact, I think you've impacted my life because now I have red colors to represent your stream here. So I got my little red strobe light, which you can't see because my webcam's not on Discord. I got the red RGB lights inside of my desktop and on my microphone. So you know so
Well,
yeah.
it's really interesting you mentioned that there, Devin, because I actually never knew that you incorporated certain colors in your stream because of me. First of all, that's a great honor because, brother, my simple reason for having red in my stream is because red's my favorite color. I love it because I believe it represents. It does represent passion, right? I'm a very passionate person and full of vigor, right? Which also red is very good at symbolizing. But what an honor that is to know now that you have the one of those colors right in your stream because of me. And I don't say that as a boast, but I say it as that's an honor, truly amongst
Yeah.
many honors.
I'm always switching, but yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, like today is red. We're representing, man. We are
Well, thanks, man.
representing.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna ask you the most important question of the day,
Oh, okay.
and I quote the title for one of your videos. How the
Oh boy.
heck are you doing today?
Oh, how the heck am I doing? Oh,
How the
yes,
heck
yeah.
am
So for everyone that's tuning in that watches this later on, so when I first start my streams, we do just chatting because I love chatting. That's one of the biggest things we do on my channel. I love you guys, right? So I always ask people, how the heck are they doing? And how the heck am I doing? I'm doing really good, Devin. I went to the gym today. I've been going to the
nice?
gym very consistently now, which has been awesome. I'm a little bit sore, but I'm doing good. And I got a lot of sleep last night, which is very unusual. I don't usually get a full 8 hours, but that is part of the content creation grind, right? You got to know and be willing to sacrifice certain things if you're going to make it in this business, in my humble opinion. And one of those oftentimes is sleep. So I'm going on a tangent here, but I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great, doing great. How are you, Devin?
I am
I
doing
got to know that
great.
though.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I am doing hecka great. Yeah, work was good today. The weather was pretty good.
Good.
And this
Yes.
apartment is just really, really great. And as people in my stream can probably see here, there's been some minor tweaks since I've moved from my old house to my new house. And so the streaming life quality has improved just ever so slightly, especially with this twirly light, which I'm always like bragging about for some reason. It's just
That's a really
unique.
cool looking light.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. And still got the backdrop light. It's just over there now instead of here.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, it's going very, very good. And
Good.
yeah, yeah. So I want to ask you a series of just general questions
Okay.
in
I'm
this
ready.
podcast, and then we're gonna ask what we are gonna call the shape shifting questions. And I do want to get to y'all's questions in just 1 second.
Okay.
And that's when we're gonna ask the specific streaming questions or streaming specific questions.
Right. Right.
So yeah, dude. So my first question here, fun little question that we're gonna start off with, and stuff that we have questions we've heard a little bit here. If
Mhm.
you had a superpower
Ooh.
and you needed to save the world with it, what would it
Ooh.
be?
Wow. That's a good question. Boy, I gotta think. Superpower. What would that be if I had to say? And I had to say, and I have the extra pressure of saving the world with it now. Wow. There's a lot of. I
It's
gotta
a
think
big
there.
decision.
It is a big decision because the fate of the world, is upon my shoulders now. Man, I think, well, so a couple that crossed my mind was either A, the ability to fly, right? Superman style. But I was like, if I'm saving the world, I mean, yes, that could be very good in certain situations, but I also have the super strength then. So it's like, well, what do you do with that? So I think, though, the ability to read minds would be very helpful, right? So I'm in a meeting with world leaders,
Hmm,
and one person saying something, the other person saying another. I already
okay.
know what they're feeling, what they're saying is a lie. We might be able to actually come to a better conclusion or a better decision on making something work for all the world there in that sense. So I would say the ability to read minds. I think I'd be very, very helpful in that sense, rather than super strength or, like I said, flying or teleportation, whatever that looks like. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
That's
that's what I
cool.
would do.
Yeah, dude. If now if I have to answer that myself, I would say maybe having the power of electricity and just being able
Ooh,
to absolutely demolish people, like be able to like clench and then like electricity just kind of like come up my arms and just being like, being able to punch people in the face or maybe hurt monsters with it,
mhm.
maybe like shoot out like a trillion volts,
Well,
that.
that's kind of shocking. You would say that, Devin.
Yeah, shocking. I see the pun there.
Yeah.
um,
But yeah, I like that. Okay, so you go with electricity. That's actually pretty cool. That's a
yeah,
unique one. You don't
yeah.
hear often.
No, yeah, you really don't hear too many people say like electricity, but I gotta say because I was a huge Pokemon fan, dude. No, I'm
Right.
telling you,
Right.
dude, Pikachu inspired me with that.
Hey, we all have our early inspirations, and what better one that formed many people's childhoods than Pikachu? I
Yeah,
love it.
exactly. Yeah, it's really really powerful.
Yeah.
Or just like the thought of it is like, yeah, okay, we could fantasize about that. We can make something out of that. Um,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would go with. Also, not to interrupt you, but guys, everyone that's in my chat here, if you want to go ask a question that we'll later on get to in the podcast, you can go over to Devin's channel, and his channel is linked in my chat right now. Go ask him, and you can put it in his chat. We're not getting into it right now, but we will get it at some point.
Yeah.
Also, Dia, welcome in. All right. So, what's next, Mr. Devin? What do we got on that little
Yeah.
list here? What's on that noggin of yours?
So we asked about superpowers that could save the world. Now I want to ask, if you had a useless superpower, what would it be?
Yeah, that'd be streaming. So that would work. No, let me think. If I had a useless superpower, what the? Ooh, these are good questions. Wow, a useless superpower.
Like the ability to walk in the air.
Wow. You know,
It's
you know, I
wondering.
know what it'd be. I know what it'd be. Devin, I got it. Have
Okay.
you watched SpongeBob, correct?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. You know how that SpongeBob is able to just blow the biggest bubbles or any bubble he wants with his little wand there?
Oh, I see what you're going with this.
I would
Yeah.
do that. I would be a expert bubble blower, and people be amazed. It serves no purpose because eventually they pop, but it would certainly wow the crowd. So I think that not only that, but as someone who loves streaming and loves entertaining people, it goes hand in hand. So there we go. Not to
Yeah.
burst anyone's bubble there, but that's what I would pick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Mine, I mean, I don't know, cool, but
Yeah. What is yours, Devin?
Yeah, so mine, and just before I answer that, Towers, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. And guys, if you haven't seen Towers, he is one of the VIPs of my stream. Definitely go check him out. Let me go ahead and do a shout out for him. Once we get to the streaming specific questions, let us get to the chat's questions first, and then we're gonna be the ones answering that. And so yeah, but to answer that question,
Can I interrupt very quickly?
Sure.
Can I say, Towers, you're a homie. I love you, bro, and I hope you're doing good. Because I heard Towers, and he's a boss. I really like Towers. Sorry,
boss.
I had to say hi to one of the homies, but go ahead.
Yes. All right. But if I had a useless superpower, it would be transforming me into a ball. And
Into what?
Into a ball.
Oh, into a ball. They said
Yeah.
into mud. I was like, what?
Transform into mud, so my people be stepping on me in the rain. No. But yeah, just transform into a ball, like, I don't know, Samus or something. So yeah,
Okay.
that would be mine. I don't know what I would do with it. I would probably just I don't know, crawl in the air vents or something. But again, it's a little dusty up there, so I don't know. I'm a little
Are you
sensitive.
claustrophobic though?
No, not really. Not that I know
Okay.
of. I
If
don't
you're
know.
going to bed as a ball, I mean, I hope you're good, man. I hope you're good.
Right.
That's a cool ability. It's like, hey kids, watch. It's like, what the? I don't know if I saw you do that, Devin, turn to a ball there, I'd be disgusted or surprised. I don't know what my reaction honestly to that would be. I'm like, I literally don't know. Like that would be so different. I'm like, that's weird, but cool. And I also think I should have eaten my lunch today.
I also think you shouldn't eat my. Yeah. I think it depends on the animation though, because like
That's true.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're just seeing somebody casually transform into a ball, like nothing, not much to it, then all odd, but sure, all the power to you. But if things are disjointing and stuff, then yeah, I don't think so. I think you can do that in private if you want, but
yeah. Exactly. But that's a cool special ability just to have, or a special ability that's useless.
That's useless.
Also, I'll let Samus know that her morph ball ability is useless. She'll love that.
She'll love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so my next question is, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Devin. Oh, I'm a foodie. All right. I am an absolute foodie. and you want me to pick one food for the rest of my life. That is wow. Oh my gosh, Devin, these questions are too hard. I mean, I think these are the warm-up questions. I can't wait to see what we got later on. Boy. So I love buffalo chicken, man. I'm a huge fan of it. But for the rest of my life would be pretty brutal. Wow, I gotta choose very wisely here. Now, I have like, beverages and stuff, or just the food. Just the food. That's it.
Yeah, we're just talking about food. You can still have any beverage in the world, but you just got one food that you can choose for the rest of your life.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna go with sheesh. You know what? I love eggs. I'll go with eggs because they're versatile. They give you some protein, and they're great at breakfast. They're great at lunch. They're great at dinner. They're good as a snack. And I'll get to really learn to love them. That's how it'll go. I think I would choose eggs, Devin. I think that's what it'd be.
Yeah.
Or what would you have to go with?
I would go with corn. It would kind of stink because then I got to give up pasta and all that stuff. But but corn, dude. I would choose corn, and hopefully that would be a healthy choice. I'm pretty sure it would be decent, at least a little bit decent.
Yeah, definitely be decent. And don't worry, I'm also internally crying there, Devin, considering the fact I had to give up steaks, I'd have to give up pork chops, I'd have to give buffalo chicken. You go to la pasta, soup, everything. I mean, it'd be terrible. But I mean, if I got to go with something, I got to at least make it versatile, right? Have protein, still taste good. So I think eggs would be my choice. I think that's what I'd do.
Yeah. I think that's a good. I mean, I think both of our ideas are good. Eggs for protein for sure.
Yes, you are healthy the corn. I mean, you got that part. You got that part for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And so this next question, this is going to be kind of related to Cosmic's question in a sense.
What is Cosmic's question?
If you were to time travel into the future, how do you think you would see yourself?
Wow. 5 years in the future, huh?
Yeah.
I would say because it's tough, right? To not have wishful thinking in that situation. But I think realistically, what I would see myself doing in 5 years' time is that I would see myself doing consecration full time. Numero uno. Now I'm talking Spanish. Wait a minute. Number one, I would see myself doing consecration full time. Number two, I would definitely see myself married. I find it was a very important thing in life. Number three, I would have seen myself. Wow, 5 years in the future. I would not hope, but I would see myself hopefully shared what we do to so many people in the sense of not my content, but rather if we're doing full-time content creation, this is where I'm at with it there, Devin. If I'm doing full-time content creation, not if, I know we will. I see the plan. I see how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But when I do get there, I want to share it with as many people as possible, the journey and helping out as many people as possible. Because Devin, at the end of the day, I know I am nothing special. There is not a single thing that I have done or been on that not another person can do. So I'm all about people chasing their dreams because I know what the work that's in this business. I know what you got to do on the back end of things. So if I'm able in 5 years to not only be ultra successful in the sense of like doing it full time, but also being to impart it to people that are just starting or people that are having trouble with it, man, I would love that because I know how it is. It's a grind, man. And not everyone makes it partner. Not everyone's able to do it full time. But if I can impart, it's like, hey, I'm nothing, bro. And I did it. That means you can do it. Don't think I'm anything special. That's what I'd say. That's what I'd love. So those are a few things in 5 years I'd love to see myself at. And also, I probably should put it more at the top. I believe marriage is a beautiful thing. And I'm not married myself. And I would love to be married by the time I must reveal my age there. But in 5 years.
Yeah. Also, Zila says it's so weird hearing Alec and not saying those fun, wild expressions. Yeah, you mean like this, like this?
Wait, hold on, hold that for a second. I need to see that, Devin. I'm coming around, man. I'm coming around.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you're seeing my hand movements. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
just a
Hey,
second, Devin.
like,
That's copyright claimed.
yeah, yeah. Like, how the heck are you doing? How
I,
the
I,
heck are you doing?
I'm watching you right now with that. Like one of my things, there, Devin, 'cause I'm a very vocal person and vocal with my hands. I often hit my mic and stuff, and like you don't know how many times I'll like pull my earbuds out of my ears as I'm moving all around. I'm like, dang it, but I can't help myself, man. I can't help it.
Yeah,
I need to invest in some
I-
Bluetooth, a Bluetooth headset or something at this
yeah,
point.
maybe. I just love this motion. It's amazing, you know. But
It's the Alec motion, you know. It's
yeah,
the Alec.
the Alec motion. That's what it is. Yeah. Also, I kind of forgot to point this out at the beginning of the video, but yeah, we were having a little bit of technical issues with the webcam, and
Mhm.
so it's so we're just kind of doing like mostly audio, and so. But I don't know. I just this motion, man. We all got to do it when we're in Alex stream, you know.
Years of practice.
Years of practice. I just don't want to hit anything myself because, like, you know, the
Oh, you
editing is
will,
gonna.
Devin. Oh, trust me, you will. I'm 7 years in, and I still hit things and hurt myself. So good luck, brother. In fact, Devin, if you start practicing and you don't hit things, tell me your ways. In fact, I need to learn from you then.
Back up, back up. Yeah.
But I love that. Great question. So actually, no, I want to throw it right back at you, Devin.
Sure.
Where are you in 5 years, man? You're time traveling. You see
know-
yourself. You see a good-looking man walking down the street. Like, dang, son, you look. Oh, wait a minute, and it's you. What do
It's
you
like,
do?
oh, there's me. Yeah. Yeah. I better be on that cartoon series. And I better be a
Yes.
supervisor. So,
Mhm.
yeah, hopefully that's where I'm at in 5 years. That's how I see myself. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting to see me in 5 years because you know things won't be the same. So
Yes.
yeah, God knows.
Amen, brother. God does know. Yeah, everything I just said there was me thinking, what it is. But you're right; they could be very drastically different. That's what I hope, and I personally see happening for me. But you're right, and I love that, man, about your cartoon series. I think that, man, if you ever get that out, and I don't say like as an unkind thing, but I know it's
Yeah,
a big dream of yours, and I'm all about big dreams, man. We're in
yeah,
content creation, right? That's a big dream for a lot of people,
it's a huge dream.
right?
And
Then anything's possible.
even if it's not gonna come out as a movie, I want to get it out in some kind of form of media because um I've been working so long on this thing. So
Well, here's what I got to say.
yeah,
What I got to say is that when you're a famous movie star, all right, you better remember me, and you better remember this bill that you're racking up right now with having me on your stream.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it's a big bill though, because like if you think about it, like really, like you'll. I mean, if you do, well, let me put it this way: like if you do research on like low budget movies, and
Right.
I know you're not like but like you look them up, and a low budget movie is $91 million. Who
It's
has
wild.
is wild? Who has $91 million? Where are you gonna get that? You know,
Well, if you do, let
so
me know.
it's lottery.
Yeah. Well. But my thing is, if you're looking at the lottery to finance a movie, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Maybe
That's
not.
like that's like live your life off of a gamble. It's like, well, you know what? If I do that, I can do this. We got to be financially sound, especially as believers.
Right.
There, David.
Dude, right. Yeah. You got to get a point. Zila says, pay the man.
Yes, pay me, Devin. My people after your people.
All right. So, couple more
Yes, sir.
questions before we get
Yes,
into our next nice little exciting segment.
yes. I'm
Who do you
excited. I'm already
admire?
excited.
Yes. Who do you admire the most?
Ooh, Devin with a good question. Wow, Devin, I admire both my parents the most in a lot of ways. My dad, I will not reveal what his job is, but he does a lot of public speaking.
Okay.
And growing up, I was to grow up young. Of course, I was young, but when I was young, growing up, I watched my dad at so many functions, public speaking, having a way with words, having a way with people, right? In the sense of not treating them badly, but you're treating them like they're human beings, and everyone's worth dignity, respect, love, and courtesy. And that's one of the things actually today that I still do in my streams is a result of watching my dad be the professional that he is and being able to interact with people, not only inside of work, but outside of work, and make an impact on people. So I really love that. And I looked at my dad a ton there. But the other one that I look up a lot to is my mom and her work ethic. A lot of things also I carry with me in stream, right? Are some of the beliefs that were instilled in me when I was a young child about, having faith in Christ, right? Having just the ambition to work hard and make sure you don't leave until the job gets done. If I didn't have my parents in my life there, Devin, I would not be the man that I am today, nor the streamer that I am today, and on so many levels. So yeah, I mean, I know maybe that's a cliche to look up to your parents the most, but I really do. I mean, they've helped
Yeah.
me along so many ways, and now as a grown man, um, I look forward to not only continue to help them, but continues to really give back to them because they gave me everything I got, man. And I actually kind of makes me a little bit emotional thinking about that. But like
Yeah.
seriously, like my parents made me who I am today. So what about you, Devin? What would you say?
Yeah, who do I look up to or admire the most, man? If I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how to answer my own question. There's a good amount of
It's
people.
tough. You're asking me tough questions, man.
Yeah, it's yeah. So, man, I would probably have to say, I mean, I really looked up to my old friends. We haven't
Mm,
talked in years, but
yes, sir.
definitely looked up to them. And man, there's quite a bit of people too, but definitely
Mhm.
my old friends. That would be who I'm sticking with.
And what sorry, I said because I was got my stream in the background, but what do you look up to them specifically with those friendships? What did they teach you? What do you look up to them about?
Oh man, um, getting through hardships and just learning how to you know be bigger than life.
Yeah.
And I have a whole story. I'm not gonna tell my whole story, but
Mhm.
basically, let's just put it this way, because some people, they're like, I want to hear lore, and then get the other people who are like, "Uh," but yeah. So but basically, like, I worked in package handling for a long time while I was trying to search for like graphic design work.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that was kind of that was rough.
Right.
And so finally I mean, I got some freelance graphic design jobs that I picked up, a pretty good handful of them during the
Yeah.
process of
What a blessing.
yeah, exactly, process of package handling. So then I actually did get a contract graphic design job,
Whoa, whoa,
and
big cha-ching.
yeah,
Devin, you been
so
holding out?
yeah, it was good. It was fun too. I loved
Dang,
it. Absolutely
Devin's got
loved
that
it.
bag.
And so it was a 3-month job. They didn't extend it, and then I went back to package handling, and I'll tell you that was painful. And so they were supportive the whole way through, and I kind of had to wrestle with myself too, and it was like, you know yeah, I'm back in package handling. I shouldn't even be here. Like, come on, I'm too good for this. So, um, and that's what I was telling myself.
Right,
And
right, right.
uh, so I wrestled with the thought, well, should I change careers? And I thought, dude, I almost spent $60,000 on getting formally educated on graphic design,
Mhm.
and that's a lot of freaking money. And it just
Yeah.
kind of so every opportunity that I see to make a graphic design, that's why you see the production work in my streams, is because like I'm not
Right,
throwing that money away. Like any opportunity I get, I'm taking it.
right,
But
right, right.
I did find out later that I actually like IT more than I like graphic design. And
Okay.
thank God. Also, my brother was like, "Hey, you gotta uh, apply for a job in Alorica," and they were supporting Verizon Wireless, and I was like, "Oh, cool, okay,
Yeah,
well."
yeah, yeah.
And I just I felt that it was like a calling, like, yeah, I need to step into go into that business. And so that was definitely part of the story. And as brutal as that first IT job was in mobility support, it
Right.
was it was good. It was a very good experience. That's how I stepped into the door. And I will tell you, one of my first troubleshooting experiences was this lady who I remember I think she had either a Bluetooth issue or a Wi-Fi issue, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just going through the normal troubleshooting steps as I was learning how to like actually guide a user to to actually try the troubleshooting steps, right? uh and she was very nice too. She was very, very nice. And so we found what was causing the issue. And I remember, I'll never
Yeah.
forget this. And she goes, man, she was cheerful and everything, and she's like, thank you so much, thank you. And I remember that how that just kind of went about. And that's
Sure.
really what sparked a huge interest in IT. And so I would say, if I knew her like on a personal level, which I'm not going to know her on a personal level, but
Right.
I would say she would be one of the people that I would admire the most.
Okay. So you look up to your friends because they got you during that hard time, right? Where you
Yeah.
mentioned like the work wasn't the easiest. You had the big contract, things, excuse me, were going very well, and then hey, God kind of humbled you, right, in a weird way. And I don't say as an unkind thing. He's humbled
No.
me on so many levels there, so many levels. And then what happened next was that then you have to you start getting to your love for IT, right, with the support job,
Mhm.
and then you're able to help with that lady, and she ended up being one of the people you look up to because of that positive experience you had with you helping her, though.
Yeah.
I love that, man. What a beautiful story of how everything kind of came together for you, despite the highs and the lows, and then another high. I
Yeah.
love that. That's
Yeah,
good, man.
dude.
That's good.
It's very good. Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Um, and the next question. Okay,
Yes.
outside of streaming,
Yeah.
what was the biggest achievement that you accomplished?
Biggest achievement outside of streaming. So it cannot be related to anything at all with streaming.
Not yet. No.
Okay. Wow. Because so much of my life is streaming now. What's the biggest achievement I've done outside of? 'Cause like I said, I'm a very normal person there, Devin. I haven't. I'm nothing special, man. I'm nothing special here.
Speaking Spanish?
But you can do that better than I can. So therefore, you've already outdone me, man. I can't do that. I can't say that. You know what? I think I would say this. I think I would say this there, Devin. What, and this goes back to another question that you mentioned earlier, right?
Okay.
Which was, who do you look up to the most? Well, another thing my dad taught me a lot when I was young, and still does to many to this day. But my dad made a point in his position that it doesn't matter who you're speaking to, whether it be the boss or it be someone on the ground floor doing janitorial work. You treat them with courtesy, you treat them with respect. And that's what I've been able to do throughout my life, has never looked at the person and said, oh, you know what? I'm better than that person because of, oh, that person that is this particular job. So I'm now better, right?
Yeah.
Being able to always see people and look at them through what they're going through or what they are as a person. Everyone can teach you something, and every single person, right, should be loved, should be respected, and shown courtesy. So I think that's an achievement in my life. Being able to look at a person and not just judge them based off completely of like, oh, they dress a certain way, so therefore they are this. It's very easy, right, as humans to make assumptions, but still get to take the time to know those people, whatever they may be, is a worthwhile thing that not only my parents taught me, but I get to continue to live as my days go by. So that's what I'd say, man. No
Yeah.
trophies, nothing else, but I don't believe trophies or placards on a wall, um, totally define a person. You can have all the placards on the wall, all the trophies in the case, and you can still be one of the worst people in the world, right? Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'd say,
So,
Devin.
yeah. So, like, don't judge a book by its cover.
Never. We have and I know the world uses this a lot.
Yeah.
That hate is everywhere, and there are certain people that do hate people.
Yeah.
But I do believe our world is filled with cruelty. Our world is filled with, I mean, it's a fallen world, right? But our world is filled with such dislike and not being courteous, not taking the time to get to know someone or just talk to someone, say hello. I know we all get busy, but still, it's I believe being able to showcase true Christian values and showcase just the love of other people is an achievement in of itself, because that's not really shown half the time nowadays. It really is not.
Right. It isn't. I can also speak to that because, man, my years of supporting Verizon, like, there were so many people who tried to. They would call in and they'd be like, "That's not my bill. Come on!" And it's like,
Right.
you got to
Right.
pay your bill. You know, I mean,
Right. Yeah. Got to
world's
be equitable, right?
exactly, and people, a lot of people, they just don't understand the value of things, and they assume, oh, I can just get it for free, and it's like,
Right.
no, you
Right.
cannot.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
I'm a bit of a cheapskate myself there, Devin. If I can get it for free, I'll do it. But I also, I got to be ethical, right? I got to be morally correct to do that. I'm not going to call you up at Verizon and say, "Hey, give me my bill for free, please, and
Give
thank
them a
you," and
bill
try
for
to
free.
manipulate you right into doing it. Now that's wrong. No,
Yeah.
can't be
No.
doing that at all.
Nah.
But that being said, so Verizon and all that. What about you, Devin? What is the greatest achievement that you have done?
Um, honestly, probably, um, uh, I mean, the one that comes into mind right now is, I mean, honestly, just stepping into the industry I'm in right now. But there's probably a bigger achievement. Moving out definitely is a
Yeah.
huge thing.
Yeah.
And those are the main things that come to mind, but I'm sure there's something else I'm not thinking about. Yeah, so
Speak in Spanish.
speaking Spanish, yes. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Um, but
Bien.
yeah, so yeah, that concludes the general questions that we had
Cool.
for today. And so now we're gonna move on to the shape shifting questions.
Oh boy,
And
this is the one I'm intrigued about. I got to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. All right. So the first question that I am going to start off with, and if anybody decides that they want to look at somebody and judge them, it's going to be on me because I'm the one who's asking this question and not you. And if they try to judge somebody else, I'm going to let them know. So,
All right,
um,
let's hear it, man. What do we got? Also,
my
if I could interrupt you quickly, chat.
yes.
If you have any questions for us in this podcast, in this interview, if you want to go over to Devin's channel, I'll give you the link right now. Go stop over, put them in his chat, and we'll get to them once we answer the more general streaming questions. But it's in the chat right now.
Yeah.
But please, Devin, sorry to interrupt you, sir. Want
No,
to make
that's
sure that my
okay.
chat knew.
You're okay. But yeah, so my first question is, if you had to transform into anything, let's say you became an anthropomorphic animal, what would, and this is a very furry question, but if you became any furry anthropomorphic animal, what would it be?
Um, So I would say right off the bat, to before my chat starts getting cooking me. All right. I personally am not involved in that scene. Uh, that's a that's a
I
great
mean that
question,
in
there,
like
Devin.
the most appropriate, you
And
know.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I have a good answer to it, but let me wrap it around and put it this way. I think if I were to be anything, right? I think I would go. Oh, who would that be? Who would that
Remember,
be?
this is
Oh
on me
God.
because I'm the one who asked.
No, I got it. I got it. Okay. So again, chat, making it clear. Alec is not involved in such things. And I don't mean that is an insult to anyone, but that is not really my thing personally. But I would say this: I'm a huge Pokemon fan. And if I were to be anything in the Pokemon world, I would be Alec Kazam.
Oh, Alakazam. Okay.
Perfect, you know?
Okay.
We're both
That's
smart Alec Kazam, you know what I'm saying? But that's where I go. There we go. Because
yeah.
the name matches up too well, you know, too well.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It does. It does. Um. Oh, that was so smooth. Hey, there you go, Zila. See, Zila gets it.
Zila understands. Okay, good. That's
She
good.
gets it. Yeah. Um. Okay. So for me, I would probably just, I would start off, I would say anthropomorphic, maybe a mouse. Okay. Cause
A
I
mouse,
mean,
huh?
we all like Pikachu. Okay. Maybe an anthropomorphic mouse, just like a more realistic version. Um,
Okay.
or if I couldn't do that, then maybe a cat. Cause we all know how I feel about cats. We love cats.
Yes, you
So
do love cats. So
yeah.
why would you go to a mouse of all things? That's curious.
Because the reason is, if I had the power of electricity and if I were a
Oh.
mouse,
Oh,
we
you're
could,
from Pikachu, man.
yeah, almost,
You're
oh,
from the
something
real
similar,
deal.
some similar to that, not exactly, but oh, ooh, Cosmic says fox. He would be an anthropomorphic fox.
Got it. Yeah. See,
Neat.
if I so you gonna be the star of the next Nintendo Detective Pikachu movie?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe that's should get your money for your cartoon there, man. Maybe
Yeah,
that's how it works.
we can be pay I can be paid the big bucks and I'll be like, hey, I'm almost there already. And I'll be like, hey, we'll start
Within
paying voice actors now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's a good question. I've never been asked that. I'm gonna be honest in my years, but yeah, I would go Alakazam and you'd be a mouse or a cat. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Step up, you know, cat or mouse to the cat. The prey becomes the hunt. The prey becomes the hunter. Yeah.
Or I guess, yeah, absolutely, yeah. It'd be an interesting idea.
Yes. Yes.
Um, the next question I have, if
Yes, sir.
you could transform into a food, what would it
A
be?
food. Oh wow.
Any food.
Oh, hi. You know what? You know what, Devin? I would change into a steak because, baby, I am as rare as they come. I'm beautiful. Who does like seeing a good steak? And I have beef with nobody. There we go. That's what I'd be.
Beef with nobody. Hey, that should become your slogan if you become a steak.
It would be, and I'd be like, you know, a wagyu. You know, a little bit of a rare piece.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. You know, we got to make sure people know what we are.
Yeah.
You know, like
Exactly.
ever gonna be a T-bone, a New York strip, right? But then, oh, we got the Wagyu. Oh, dang. All right. Okay. I see how it is.
Why? What?
That's what
Neat.
we got going on here, Devin. So what are you gonna be? Are you be
I would,
a big bowl of ramen?
it has to be pasta, maybe tortellini, but I was thinking
Ooh,
fettuccine alfredo at first, but I thought nah. I want to go tortellini because
okay.
that'd be so.
Tortellini is delicious, so that you know that speaks well of you. It speaks well of you. It does.
Yeah. It would be. I'd have that taste, and it would be like, this is what life is. Okay, maybe not literally, but that would be a little
Hey, for
far
some
fetched.
people,
But
I mean, hey, it's your life. You're the food. But you know what I don't like about this question there, Devin? It has a very dark turn. Our existence is not long. That's what I was like. You asked. I was like, well, I hope I can. You know, I should have said like I should be like a fine wine or something. You know, so I could be hidden away for years. But that's a beverage. But the point is, I don't want to die, man. Like, what a way to go.
it's like, don't kill me, don't eat me, man.
I mean, that's my existence. It's like, what are they gonna do? I gotta go, man. Because the worst part is, it's like if I don't go, then I rot. Like, I can't pick which is worse. I really don't know which is worse.
I was thinking that too. Actually, as soon as he said it, I was like, yeah, it would be like grow a little bad and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if we could be if we could be a food that like would, I don't think
doesn't
there's,
spoil.
that doesn't spoil exactly, like maybe put like vinegar or some kind of preservative on us, like, okay, maybe that would be better.
Yeah,
Make
you got
us
to
like a,
preserve my essence.
yeah, yeah,
I like
exactly,
it.
yeah. All right, if you became a non-electronic object, what would it be?
A non-electronic object. Um. Wow. Wow. These are some types of questions there, Devin. I tell you what. A non-electronic object. Huh. I gotta think. I gotta think. Because there's so many electronic objects come to my mind now, like that I'd want to be, but you've taken that away.
Wh-
You know, I think I would want to be a football. I'd bother to mean American football because
Okay.
they don't get me around football every day, and I'm also a baller. You know how it be there, Devin. So, and then not only that, I want to be an official NFL football. All right,
There you
and
go.
specific, I want to be the one that that is like preserved because it was a record. So I could be around my favorite sport every single day, be around the fans, and there we go. No electronics, nothing. Just doing the normal stuff. What would you be, Devin?
The first thing that comes to my mind is a desk.
Maybe a desk.
Yeah.
Huh? Why so?
Because I'm a fan of electronics. I mean, I'm all about the
Oh,
electronics life,
I
you know.
see. So you're going away. You're not okay. You're still be around them, but got it. Very
Yeah,
clever.
yeah.
I
So,
like that one.
yeah. But if it could
Okay.
be an electronic object, then what would it be?
How could be electronic object? What would it be? Boy, boy. Wow. Thinking like all the things I got around me. I think I would want to be. Oh man, you know what? This is tough, man. You know what? This is gonna sound weird, chat, but don't get me wrong, okay? This is an interesting question to begin with. All right, so Judge Devin, listen to what he said. Heap all of your judgment, whatever you got going on, to him. I would want to be. It sounds so
Take it
weird, but I would
on.
want to be a pacemaker because I have a heart for people, pun intended, but also seriously, that could help people, help them survive, help them continue to live, and then also, I mean, it's fulfilling what I want to do with streaming, which is making sure more people are smiling each day and having more things to look forward to each day. And there we go. So plus, I could keep pace with what's going on in the world at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime I need to start off the puns, Devin, I can, but it may be
Yeah.
hard.
Hey, it's all good.
So there we go. That is my thing. That's what I got going on.
Yeah. That's good. I'm probably gonna have to go with the super Devon generic answer here, but a laptop. As long as I have a
Okay.
good owner. As long as I have a good owner. Because if
Yeah.
that guy's tech savvy, he can clean out my files. He can empty out my recycled bin. He could do some advanced PC troubleshooting if need be, you know.
Yeah. He
And
could shut you
probably
down, man. Wait a minute, Devin, you could die. Jeez.
he could shut me down and turn me back on. I don't know. I hope he doesn't kill me
I mean, well,
with
it
a
all depends on this owner, man. You better hope you win the luck of the. You keep talking about this lottery business. Well, you got more dire things in front of you. Forget the money. You need to win the lottery of who's going to be my laptop owner, as myself. I in the said laptop. I mean that. Sheesh, man. You better hope they're chill,
I hope
mashing those keys and whatnot.
I'm hoping I'm a an Alienware laptop because that would actually kind of
Oh,
be,
fancy.
yeah, that'd be where the money is at, you know.
So you're about like the higher tier. You would be like a part of Gucci. I understand what you're looking for.
Yeah, yeah, you get it, you get it.
You're not going to be Acer. You're going to be Alienware.
Alienware, yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Devin. I just now realized. So, you know what? I want to be off of this podcast right now. I just realized that this is actually a promo for Alienware. I got manipulated into. This is insane. My lawyers are reaching out to you. We got to stop. Stop. Can you imagine that's what it was? I'm like, dude, I'm like props, man. That is the best way to promo this ever.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, you better be saying that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll edit that in there. We'll be like hashtag non-sponsored. Alienware. Even then, we got to perform maintenance on it. It's just how it is.
It is.
But yeah,
It is.
Couple more questions that I got. So,
Yes.
an in real life person. Okay. If you could be any other person, if you could shapeshift into somebody else, just as a practical joke, and April Fool's is around the corner,
Oh boy.
who would it be?
I want to have my mom have a heart attack. Wow, because I like being me.
Yeah. If you just like
Uh,
shapeshifted into Towers.
you know what? Towers is my brother from another mother, and he's a great guy. He's positive. He's awesome. He's wholesome. He's a great streamer. We'll turn it to him, and then not only that, but I get the wonderful, most exceptional Zila crushing after me. And what could be better? So I think that's what I'll do. Towers is a boss. He's a dog. Zila is just a wonderful woman. I mean, there we go. That's what it is. That's what it is, chat. You know,
And-
there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
That's my answer. That's my answer.
Perfect. Perfect.
So, Devin, the question is, who will you shapeshift into that won't give your mother a heart attack?
That won't give me a heart attack, or my mother a heart attack. Yeah.
My people was Towers. My mom is not going to be happy. I'm going to be real with you.
Maybe Chris Pratt.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm not good enough for you. You wouldn't switch it to me. All right, Devin. That's fine, dog. We're playing. I see how it is. All right. That's fine.
Hey.
We're learning a lot tonight, Devin, and I'm not so certain I'm happy with what I've learned. I'm not so certain. This is revealing. I need to do this every stream to know whether true feelings lie for me. That's what it is. So Devin has this miracle opportunity. It's like, I can turn to Alec. Nah, heck that. Chris Pratt, where you at? Got it.
No, you know who I'd be? I'd probably be Iron Man.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I can't get mad at Iron Man, dude. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to be an Iron Man with that suit and everything else?
I know, right?
I mean, can you blame him? No, I don't. I don't blame him.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's what it is. Also, Mother Goose, welcome in.
No, I promise. I'm gonna shapeshift into Alec on April Fools, and then I'm gonna do the motion. You know, I'm gonna start whipping my arm. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hold on, Devin. Are you sure you're prepared to be everything that comes with me?
Probably not.
Are you ready for ranch and cereal, son? Are you ready to eat soup with a knife?
I'm gonna say I don't think I'm. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm anywhere near as energetic as you are especially with the hand motion.
Well, you better get ready. Now, I have a follow-up question to this question, however, though. The thing of it is if you're shapeshifting into me, what happens to me? Where the heck do I go? Am I you?
No, I think it would still be you. I think people would be confused.
Well, get out of here, man.
You know,
I don't have like you here too. Man, there's only room enough for one for this brain. I already got 2 brain cells to share. You're telling me you're gonna take the other one I got, dude? I'll be dead. One is solely built for energy. The other one's just built for talking ad infinitum.
No, what we should do, I should shapeshift into you on April Fool's, and we should both like stream at the same time and be like, who's the real Alec?
Bro, they're gonna think I'm schizophrenic for the rest of my life. I'm like, no, listen. So like, it's not like that. I promise you. Like, what it actually is that no, Devin shapeshifted into me. This is a situation. No one's gonna believe me. They'll think I'm a nut, man. They already think I'm a nut. I'll be put into a psych ward. They're gonna do my streams from a psych ward and a bouncy house, and it's not a bouncy house. You get what I'm saying? Then we're in a big problem here. A big problem. It's like that is the most you were asking the most unique questions, brother. I got to give you credit. I'll tell you what.
I mean, some of them I found online. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, so now he's fake, chat. Oh, interview's over. Oh, and here I was giving you all this props. No, I'm still giving you props, brother. This is phenomenal, but that's funny.
I did
that's
my
funny.
research.
That's what you meant by research. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. But now my last question. All right.
Okay. Before the last question, to give more make it more dramatic. Can I use the restroom, sir? Can I be excused briefly?
Oh yeah.
I need to go talk to my lawyer anyhow about some of the information that's being revealed tonight, and we're not happy. All right. I need to go just have counsel with him real quick. So while I'm gone, chat, Devin, you get to entertain them. Also, call us with Power to Bopper. It'll be our beat chat. All right. Give me 1 second, Devin. I'm so sorry. I'm drinking water.
Okay, that's okay. I'll be answering the chat's question in the meantime.
Awesome. Beer beat.
Yeah. But so let me see. I think Yvonne. No, he didn't. I don't think he submitted a question here. But Cosmic submitted one first, and he says, "What are your plans in the next 5 years and for content?" And I think I already answered that question, but definitely the cartoon series in one form or another. But we kind of already went with that. So yeah, we answered your question there, Cosmic. But I still definitely still plan on streaming even during that time. That'd be kind of cool, like balance the two somehow or another. And then Towers' question, he goes, my question is, what are some of the biggest changes you noticed in streaming over time? What inspired you to be a family friendly channel? And I don't know if that's a really good question. Like, I mean, what did inspire Alec to be a family friendly channel? That's kind of like a similar question I was going to ask. And I'll let him answer that later on. But as far as the biggest changes, I can speak to that one. The biggest changes for me, it would have to be going from, because when I like early when I first started streaming, I was thinking, okay, you know what? It's really difficult. I mean, I knew this before I even started. I was like, it's really difficult to get word of mouth out there.
There, chat.
Yo, welcome back.
All right, sorry.
That's
All
okay.
right, what have I missed?
So Towers was asking what are some of the biggest changes you've noticed in streaming. But basically, to wrap that up, and we are going to circle back to that,
absolutely.
is that I went from niching and like helping other people advertise, and then also I went from that to having more of a cinematic appearance with a lot of my content, and just having that overall movie look. But yeah, well,
Sure.
we're gonna circle back to that in just a second. So,
Okay.
or a few minutes maybe. So let's say, Alec, that you can teleport anywhere,
Okay.
and when you teleport, you have to turn into particles, kind of like maybe Dark Samus or Sephiroth. Maybe you know, a few examples like maybe smoke or snow, water, clouds, whatever it might be.
Okay.
What particles would you turn it into in the process of teleporting?
Wow. I think, what came to my mind right away was smoke, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I completely gave me the idea there, Devin. And the reason why I would do that are twofold. Firstly, I would do that because growing up, I probably played this way younger than I should have. In fact, I definitely did, but I loved playing Mortal Kombat. One of my favorite characters in the game was Smoke. And one of the reasons why I really liked him was the fact when he teleported, he had a teleport attack, or he'd go across the stage, was be able to do just that, like disappear into smoke and reappear, which I thought was like super cool. I was like, dang, like that's sick. And also, Devin, I'm not trying to sound boastful here, but I'm a bit of a smoke show myself. So with that being said, it would have to be smoke, and that's just what it is. So I would think, if I'm teleport all over the world, I'm using smoke for sure.
Nice.
What about you, son? How would your teleportation look like? What particles would you think about?
So I already mentioned I would have electricity, but if I need to go with another response, it would be fire, because burning passion.
Okay.
That's why.
I like that. Yep. That's an awesome one. And also, you still kind of get smoke out of that, right? In a weird way.
Yeah, comes with it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So,
Man, you're smarter than I am. See,
yeah.
Well, we've learned two things tonight. You would never want to be me, and also you are smarter than me. So really, this podcast, this interview over me, has me look stupid. You've manipulated me into this, into an Alienware ad, and we've got a lot of things going here.
No, man. Nah, don't say that, man. There's no. You are a smart guy, man. You've got that outgoing character to you, man. You don't need to downplay yourself, man. Don't do that.
I'm just blessed, brother. I really am blessed. Yeah, that's all I say. And I do joke And I know we'll get to streaming stuff in a second, but one of the things I've learned in my career, I used to think an attempt to be funny, self-deprecation's funny. And that was my younger years. But the more I realized, it's like, no, it's actually doing a disservice to what Christ has granted me, what He's allowed me to have. Now you don't want to be arrogant, but also, people like, I always feel bad when people say like, oh, I'm ugly or something else. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like, don't say about yourself. No one is, because we're all created in the image of God. So to me, no one's ever ugly. I reject that notion, because you are made specifically in that image of God. So
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of that. But anyhow, I'm ranting now. Yes, to get back to
Yeah.
topic, they're Devin.
That's all good. But yeah, now that we are moving into the streaming specific questions, I said I was gonna answer chat's question first. There is one thing that I really do want to ask you before, and it's just
Okay, what's that?
2 or 3 part question here. What made you want to stream, and what is keeping you motivated to keep on streaming?
Wow, that's a deep one. That's a long one. Okay, so why did I first want to stream? So one of the biggest, and I would love to meet him one day and show him what he has become with the things that he first originally showed me to do. So when I was younger, man, and I'm not going to reveal age, but I've been doing this 7 years, so you could probably guesstimate around what my age is now. But when I first started, when I first started, back in my earlier days, this is like when, even before college, I was going through a rough time in life, and I was being completely transparent. I was living a Christ-centered life. I was living a very worldly life. Go figure as to why I was, in such uh, rough spots, and I didn't really know how to deal with it. So I was turned to various things, and nothing was really working. And I was like, I still love video games, so I was still playing video games during that time. And specifically, the video game that I was playing was Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And I was enjoying the Shadows of Evil map and zombies there. And for those that play it, for those that have not, it's a very, very huge map. And there's a lot to do. There's Easter eggs, there's a lot of moving parts. So I was like, man, like I don't even know how to get from point A to point B here. How do I make this work exactly? So I ended up looking stuff up on the internet. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was kind of hoping for a video, right? A video to kind of show me visually what do you need to do there? How does that work? Well, I ended up finding this streamer called Noah J456. He's a massive streamer, still is today, actually, as a matter of fact. And I started watching his videos, and I fell in love with his content. I fell in love with his personality. And that, by the way, I had never known what a streamer was. I didn't know that was actually a thing that really existed. But upon watching his stuff, I was like, man, I'm watching this just for the Easter egg thing. And I'm starting to really enjoy his other content. So I was like, I'll start watching more of his things. And I started watching every single day. And slowly but surely, man, it kind of returned that smile to my face a bit. And I was like, you know what? I made a promise to myself. I said, if I ever get out of this bad position, I will make sure that I will not copy Noah J, but I'm going to emulate this. I'm going to make sure that I'm producing content in some way, shape, or form, because I know the impact it had on me, and I know it had an impact on more people as well in his streams. And I was like, we're going to make this happen. We're going to do that. So fast forward to 7 years later, my joy, my energy, my passion, everything within streaming is vast. As to what keeps me motivated is very, very, very simple, is the fact that I get to be around you guys. I get to be around people that are going through struggles. I get to be around people that tell me the things that make them happy each day. I get to be around people that share what they had for dinner with me, right? It's just the small things in the world I've learned are really the biggest things. And the fact that I get to celebrate those moments, I get to celebrate in the hardships, I get to celebrate in the beautiful things that happen to them, is such a blessing that how can I not want to do this every single day? How can I not want to have a smile on my face every single day and be here with you guys? So I would say, as I've changed throughout the years within streaming, people have often commented like, Alec, hey, you used to be different back in your original days of streaming. That's true. I used to cuss a lot. I used to my Discord used to allow all kinds of different things, but we've changed in the sense of me really accepting Christ in my life, knowing what that journey looked like, and knowing what I was actually called to do. And my calling to do is to actually provide content, provide the entertainment in ways I never originally anticipated, right? Which is, yes, I have families that watch me now. I have children that watch me now. I have young adults that watch me. And it's now my duty to provide a space, to provide content for people that are looking for clean content, and they know they can put me on around their children. They can put me on no matter where it is, and still be entertained and still come with a smile on their face, because you can be dang sure I got a smile on my face. And man, dude, streaming is I can't put into words. The cliche is that when you find a job that you love, you're not working a day in your life. And while I have worked very hard on streaming at the back end and I've done a lot of things, I can promise you that there's not a single time I wake up and I'm like, man, I wish I didn't have to stream today. Like, man, I don't want to do this. No, I want to do this. I love doing this. And I'm so grateful that I get to do this because this is a dream come true that I get to live out every single day and I get taught something every single day. It's the people, man. The people always. And I don't forget my humble roots. I don't forget where I've come from, where I was so down that I didn't think maybe it was even worth waking up one day. To now where I'm like, no, I get the blessing and the opportunity every single day to be here and be with people. So that's very long and drawn out. But man, that's why I stream. The stream that I get to, my goal is to put a smile on your face and maybe through that, not only bring someone through a hard time, but also show them the love of Christ at the same time.
Yeah.
Same time, brother. So
Yeah.
that's what I got going on.
And it sounds like
in my
that's
Sunday.
still your favorite part about streaming too.
That will never change.
It will never change.
Never
yeah.
change. You could say whatever you want about me and my content, what I do, how I've changed, where I've been. But one thing I would hope no one can deny, and I know I can't deny myself, is that I love you guys and I love streaming. You could take so many parts away from me, but like it doesn't matter. Like, you know how we were mentioning earlier there, Devin, is about what I want to do in 5 years. One of those is I want to be married, right? But I know marriage and life is all about self-sacrifice and doing certain things, but to me now, with where I am with streaming and how serious and in depth I am with it, it's going to come with me no matter where I go. Next 5 years, something else. I'll make it work. That's how it's going to be. I love it, bro. That's why I could do it 12 hours. That's why I could do 40-hour streams, and I would do it. I want to do it again. I know I want to do even more. To me, it's like, no, I don't want to do less. If anything, maybe I want to do more, and that's how much I love it. So I'm monopolizing it. But Devin, I thank you for the question. That's a very in-depth question, but I hope I've shared it where I've been, where I am now, and how much I actually love what I do. Like, love doesn't describe it. Every ebb and flow. If you want to pick a perfect job for Alec, you picked it. Like that's why I'm so blessed, man. It almost brings a tear to my. I'm not an emotional person, but almost brings a tear to my thinking back where I was to where I am now. If I had gone back in time and I told, hey, Alec, of that time who's going through that tough time, you're going to be in an interview one day and you're going to be talking to Devin. You're going to be around people that you love and know that love you. Dang, bro, I would not have believed you. But it's through the power of God that I'm here. And secondly, it's for a lot of hard work. And thirdly, it's because my community is here. So anyhow, I'll drop it. But Devin, I can't wait to hear yours. I want to hear the exact same thing in the sense of the same question.
That was actually going to be the next question I was going to ask. Is like, if you could time travel back and tell yourself, man, he hit the nail in the head. But
I would tell myself, I would say, Alec, there are brighter days ahead, and there is never a reason, never a single thing to not keep going forward for.
Yeah.
Like, I won't name names, but I remember I had one individual in my community that was in the hospital watching me. Do you know what that means? I said Towers. I see Towers in chat. But Devin, do you know how much that means to hear that, like, I have a child who is ill, that is sick, and it's watching me in the hospital? How could I not want to continue? Also, I want to share someone else. I want to shout someone else out. He's been with me for years, is Jeff.
That's who I was thinking of.
Is a member of my community, man. And he shared his story with me. For those that don't know, Jeff has he had a medical misfortune. He's paralyzed on his right side. And he has played since that time. I think when he was 22, he had it happen. Since that time, he has played every single video game one-handed, in addition to going to life one-handed. And you're going to tell me that that's not enough ambition to want to make him smile each day? Oh, heck no. Jeff is one of the greatest inspirations of my community, and I think up in the world for him. Those two incidents alone, I can name countless others that have impacted me and maybe the streamer I am today. But those two I hold very close to my heart. Always will. There is no reason for ever to not believe, to have an excuse that I'm tired. No, I have people like Jeff that have not given up and go through life with hardships, yet he's still smiling. Why am I not smiling? Yeah. You know? Exactly. Even though I'm not smiling kind of right now. I'm being very serious, but that's the point. So, yeah, that's what I'd say, Devin. If I go back those years, tell me, I'd like, Alec, think of those people. Well, you wouldn't know, but like, Alec, get out of this. You're going to be a streamer one day. You're going to get to meet those people. Oh, man, I do it every single day. Nah, I would always, man. Always. So, yeah. Hope that suffices as an answer.
That hits deep, man. That really hits deep.
It hits me deep too. Trust me, because I've lived it.
Yeah, for real. Okay, and for me, I mean, again, like I said, and This kind of answers Tara's question a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, what main thing that motivated me was, like I said, it was just the fact that, man, like people, we're in such a saturated world these days, and so
Mhm.
it was really worth to me. It was worth helping other people plugging themselves into my stream and get their stuff out there. And it's
Yes.
changed, like I said, and we got the more movie like graphics, even though we're actually just
Mhm.
playing a game. This is going to sound a little bit, probably a little bit greedy, but I mean, 91 million bucks is kind of a lot of money, circling back to the movie costs
Mhm.
and whatnot. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the risk, and I'm going to see if I can raise money a little bit on this to be,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I went for, and I knew there was a risk to that, but in the
Right.
process of even just like my first day of streaming, I still remember, oh my gosh, this is cool. Like I can actually play games on live video and
Yeah.
just be
Yeah.
myself on it, and
Yes, sir.
it was just really nice seeing how just that emotional, I was so mad. That emotion, that just that you kind of feel when you first start streaming, is like, wow, this is so cool. And
Yes,
I've
sir.
found out over the years of streaming, dude, I don't even know if I can't say years, but like the days, weeks, however long of streaming, it was like, dude, I really like hanging out with people.
Yes, sir.
um and so yeah, that was just how I was just, it was cool,
Yeah.
simply put. And so Tara's question, let me just read this off once again. What are some of the biggest changes you have noted in streaming over time, which actually does complement one of my other questions, and that was going to be, how was your community like back then, and how is it now, and just the overall streaming experience in general?
Yeah. Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah.
So in terms of how things have changed back then to how we are now, and also I'm gonna make sure I have a Towers question pulled up as well. Um, wow. So I would say back then, man, as a very immature younger streamer, I didn't have a full direction of what I wanted to do. Like I had a bit of a direction, but you always got to understand there's a lot of influences out there, right? You get influenced by a lot of streamers that you see, and you want to be that naturally. But when you're younger, right, and you're new into content creation, you get like your first 100 followers, you're like, man, I'm starting to make something of myself, right? And you start a little bit of arrogance with it. And I'm going to be fully transparent and say I had definitely had a bit of that, and that translated into me attracting the wrong type of people. Now, I'm not saying everyone is bad there,
Yeah.
but my desire for growth in the wrong ways, right? Without doing the hard work first, was putting me in positions to where it was the community that I would say have today. Like people have looked back on Discord and seen different things we had going on. And that's because I didn't have the direction. One of the biggest things I could say, and also um, to answer Howard's question at the same time with it, what are some of the biggest changes I've noted in stream over time? Is one of the biggest things I have learned is that I am the leader, and I don't say that in a boastful way. I don't say that in any way like I have this power, I have this control over people. But I have to be very realistic with how I run streams and what it looks like. People are looking to me for direction. What I permit, people will do. When I do a certain way or act a certain way, right? People will do. That's part of what happens when you are, I don't like the term, but an influencer, right? So you have to be very cognizant of how you conduct yourself and what you're portraying. And because of how I was portraying myself and how I was acting, that translated to having some people in my community, and I love all people, but some people that definitely would not be fit for where we are now because they were certainly definitely not family friendly, right? And that wasn't how they conducted themselves. So back then, my community was a lot more, if you will say, uh, definitely not PG-13 in some ways, but now where we are, and also I permitted that. I didn't know how to be a leader. I didn't know how to like step up and be like, hey, this is not something we're condone. This is something we're going to do. But now, fast forward 7 years, man, I have done this so long, and seen so many situations and helped with so many circumstances that one of the things that comes with this job, this territory, is the fact that you are going to have people that are not going to like you.
Yep.
You're going to have people that are not going to agree with you. And guess what? You have to learn right away. You have to be comfortable with that. I have to be comfortable. People are like, actually, you know what? This channel's not for me, and that's like great. Like in the sense of like that makes sense. Like I can't be for everybody,
Yeah.
right? So, and the other thing I've had to learn through that is also it's okay to say no. It's okay to be like, you know what? Actually, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not going to do that. And if it doesn't get me a follower, it doesn't get me a viewer, then brother, so be it. Because I'm not going to build my community off of situations or relationships so it can benefit me. Rather, I want to stay true to myself. I want to share the love of Christ, and I have to remain family friendly because not only do I feel called to do that, but I want to make it an inclusive environment for those families and those kids that I know that watch me. And also, by the way, let's not fool ourselves. I stream all Nintendo. What is Nintendo's target audience? It's families and children in a lot of ways. Certainly still for adults, not making it like it's a baby's game or something else.
Nah.
But I'm also realistic with what it has. And that's what we worked a lot, very hard on. So from year one to upcoming year 7, the biggest thing is me understanding leadership and also understanding that what I say holds value and weight. And thirdly, to kind of take a point off of that is that I want to be a good influence, man. I want to be a good influence because if you don't like the fact you don't use language here, or you don't like that we don't talk about certain things, then guess what? I could point you to like 95% of other channels on Twitch that do that. Like that's a real thing. So that's why I've really learned what being a leader is like and learning what streaming can be in general. So that's what I'd say from year 1 to year 7 is leadership. And of course, the obvious, the setup, and learn to be more myself, man. Be comfortable with who I am. No one can be me. I can only be me. And that's the most like authentic and amazing part about succeeding content creation. No one can be you. So once you unlock that within yourself, you are on the first step to success, my friend.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say. So
Well said.
that's part of what I've learned there, Devin,
Yeah.
from year 1 to year 7. And also, I want to thank Towers for the question too. Great question with both your guys' questions at once.
Absolutely. And then this is something you can definitely answer. What inspired you to become family friendly?
Yeah. First one, Christ. For those that know, I'm a believer. I'm a Christ follower. If I didn't have God in my life, I say this all the time in the stream, but I mean it. If I didn't have God in my life, I'd not be the man that I am today. I have lived my life Devin,
Mhm.
without Christ in my life at all. I know what it's like. And once I actually really started putting my relationship with God seriously is when I saw an actual change. I was like, wow, everything I thought I knew is not that way. And it actually made more sense. And in so many ways, it was comforting knowing that this is how life actually works and there's reasons for it, right? So that's number one. That's the highest for me on the highest level because I know eventually at the end of my days, whenever that may be, that I will be asked by Christ, why did I say certain things? Why did I allow certain things? Because guess what? Just like if you're a pastor or something else, if you're in a position of authority, whether it's like as a streamer, whether it's as a manager or somebody else, it falls on you. It was
Yeah.
under your direction that you allowed those things. And I have to treat that very seriously.
Yeah.
Secondly, though, um, you know, putting aside my beliefs in Christ, I would say, secondly, that it's also because, well, I kind of mentioned before, not like I don't, it's not an actual number, but there are so many channels out there that allow cussing, allow drinking, everything else. Why not be different? That's
Yeah.
kind of me, man. I don't go out and drink. I don't cuss. So I'm
Right.
going to stay true to who I am. I'm going to
Yeah.
provide that space. And you know what? Like, for example, I have some other viewers that literally while they're making dinner, they put on the stream, they know they can watch on their kids. What a blessing that is because, Devin, I don't care if I believe in God or not. I would not want to be the man or woman that is out here speaking poorly of people, making inappropriate jokes, and then they turn around and they start saying it. Now that's because of me. No, I would never ever want to have to hold that responsibility because guess what I do in some way, shape, or form. So me being family friendly is being cognizant of the fact of my belief in Christ, being cognizant of the fact that words hold value, and also the fact that we want to make sure that we're being a good opportunity, a good presence for the people who are looking to just play Nintendo in a wholesome, safe, family friendly environment. And we're very family friendly at that. So that's kind of how I put it.
Yeah. That's
So.
very, very well said. Very, very well said. What is his? Oh, this is like not streaming related, but
Yeah.
but Zila says, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Wow. My favorite
Good question.
childhood. That's a great question. I want you to answer it too, Devin. Um, my favorite childhood memory. I would say I have many favorite childhood memories. One of them, and we'll keep it gaming related. When I was young, I had a Sega Saturn. And one of my favorite things to do after school was to play Robot Pit, which is, a game probably no one's heard about. It was an independent studio, but it was a game I loved, man. When I was 4 to 5 years old, I played that thing every day, all day. And I loved, playing the robots, even to the point where it got me hitting my brother because I thought I was a robot. He was too. But that's a topic for another day. But the fact of the matter is that I just enjoyed being able to play Robot Pit and have that Sega Saturn. It's my first ever console. Is a very big childhood memory of mine. In fact, I really want to get a new one just to have it as that's my childhood, man. That kind of defined a lot of my childhood. My early gaming experiences was the Sega Saturn. A console didn't really sell well in the United States, but for me, I mean everything to that little 6-year-old that was playing that. And it's you could also kind of count it as gave me my love of gaming, which here we are on Twitch, which is built for gaming. So I would say,
There you go.
Devin, that's one of my favorite childhood memories is being able to play the Sega Saturn. I mean, there's so many dang memories that I have, but I'm gonna keep that game related for my Twitch folks here.
Yeah.
And but now the question is though, Devin, keeping it related for our Twitch folks, tell the Twitch folks what your favorite childhood memory was.
Yeah. So my favorite childhood memory is Metroid Prime 3. Oh man.
Ooh,
So
okay.
good at that game. I had so many times where I'm beating up the AI at the time, and and I uploaded YouTube videos on it. It was years and years ago. And
Yes.
so that was one of them. The other one, I think this is a really interesting one, but there's this one guy. This is back when Smash Brothers Brawl was new,
Sure.
and so I was playing Wi-Fi. I was up against one of the guys that I met on Zat Chat. I don't know if you guys even remember what that is. Very old
Yes, sir. I'm not
platform.
familiar.
It does sound. Yeah. So it's like it is a web application for. It was kind of sort of similar to. I won't say Discord, but kind of similar to Discord in
Right.
Skype. And so met this guy on there, and then I think added each other on Skype, and his Zelda at the time, like literally I would because I didn't understand the meta. I thought
Right.
most aggressive one, but it's not Brawl. So he would just keep punishing me, and I was like, and one day I was getting so discouraged over it. I remember I was on Xbox live voice chat with somebody else I knew.
What a great time. Not to interrupt you, but Xbox Live voice chat, man. Those were the days, weren't they?
Oh yeah, and everybody talked back then.
That was part of the problem. Everyone talked back then. Boy, did they talk. Call of Duty lobbies. Let me tell you, man. Woo!
Oh, man.
They weren't family friendly, man. I'll tell you that much.
No, they were
Doesn't
not.
matter if you were 10 or you were 25. You were getting smoked.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But yeah, there was one of the this this guy that I had, we were kind of sort of online friends. I was talking to his brother one time, and I was like, dude, I can't beat this guy. And I was all like discouraged about it. I'm like, gosh, I don't think I'm ever gonna beat him. And he goes, literally, he just asked a simple question. He goes, wasn't there something about encouragement? I'm like, that's what I needed to hear. And then I started almost beating the guy that was trying to face in Smash Bros. Brawl. It's like,
Dang.
those small memories are so important, and
Small things are the biggest things. I'm a firm believer of that.
yeah. So it was like I went from like super download to, even though I still didn't beat him, at least I actually got him to like his last stock at that time.
Hey.
Yeah, and it was really interesting. It was an interesting experience.
Yes.
Very energetic.
I mean,
But-
improvement's improvement, man. I mean, you didn't necessarily have to beat him, but I mean, hey, just the fact that like your buddy simply telling you the words encouragement, right, and getting you motivated. How special is that?
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for asking that, Zila. That was a very good question. So, reeling it back in,
Yes.
what inspired your UI graphics, and maybe your
Ooh.
emotes. And
Wow.
what inspired you to change them?
Well, that's an interesting question because I'm in the transitional period right now to change them over again because as I've grown with by change I mean I want to get an actual overlay or something, right? That's not just nothing at this point. But that's because as I've grown streaming, I've also learned like, okay, I'm not a graphic designer by trade. I don't have the eye for it, but I do need to make certain switches. Um, as far as like the overlays, what inspired that was you know how this is there, Devin. You know how this is.
Yeah.
The way that it works is that graphic design, well, you're not taking for someone or plagiarizing them, but it's also all about inspiration from other
Yeah.
channels, right? It's kind of
Exactly.
yeah, it's kind of the name of the game. So, if you want to be honest, my original overlay that I used to use there was a combination of Mikamura. Maybe you know him. He was a large Smash streamer back in the day. He hasn't streamed in a long time. And the other one was from Fatality Falcon. There was a
Yeah.
specific graphic he had that I liked. So I kind of combined the two. I was like, huh, what if that worked? I'm gonna be honest here. As I've grown, I'm like, I believe simplicity is key with graphics and overlays. You don't want to take away too much, and I think I was definitely guilty of that. But that's part of the learning process. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm like you and I have a degree in graphic design. I don't,
Yeah.
and it shows.
Yeah.
But on the other side of things, at least within having the emotes, I mean, what I've done a lot is that, and this goes back into a few other things of streaming as well, is that I've learned to listen to people. In this business, you cannot be stubborn.
Yeah.
You have to be able to pick and choose and know who's actually giving you good advice and who's just kind of running their mouth. And I mean it very kindly, but it's the truth. And does not have a clue. I'm going to be
Yeah.
very blunt and honest with
Oh
you
my
there.
gosh, right.
Many people have ideas. That's the world. But you have to be able to understand who is like, okay, actually, this person is wanting to help build up the stream. And actually, they also have knowledge as well. It's not just like, hey, you should go do this. And then, it's whatever.
I know.
So, what I've learned to do is that when people give really good ideas, I write them down. And I may not talk about it until I later on surprise them. Like, for example, well, actually, I don't want to. I almost shared what I had written down, but like the birthday boy emote, right, was an example of one that someone was like, "Hey, you might want to consider making that." And I was like, "Okay, perfect."
Yeah.
I wrote that down, made it a reality. There we go. So a lot of emotes that I have now are based upon, I would say, somewhat community feedback, but also things I'm like, man, we could really use that, right? I see people having similar emotes. How can I make it my own? And how can I make it something that like chat wants to use here and outside of stream as well? So graphically, man, it's just been a transitional journey, really, and there's room for improvement. I feel like in my humble journey, at least, there's always room for improvement. There's never been a time like, man, you know what? I look at every single graphic I got. I'm like, man, this is it. I don't need any more work. That would be wonderful,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's necessarily a reality.
Yeah. No.
So that's what I would say.
It takes time. You also have to understand who your target audience is as well
Right.
when it comes to graphic
Right.
design.
Exactly.
Also, I gotta for a second, Halo man. Thank you very much for joining the Seventh Theater and welcome. Thanks for the follow, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast. But yeah, to get back where I was gonna say. So like with me, obviously I've said this like 3 other times, but I have a certain like really sinister look to a lot of my graphics, and
Here's me, man.
it's yeah, and it's just like it's that almost it's a really dark look to the stream, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to attract is the really dark look. Now obviously not all my graphics are going to be that way. Like you see below, there's my Yoshi OC, who's
He's chilling, man. He's relaxing.
he's relaxing, he's watching the screen,
Yeah.
but yeah, in general, that's what it is.
Right.
So yeah, and the thing that really, I'm trying not to say this to be the complainer, because I've been there, I've done that. I don't want to complain, but
Right.
like, I mean, some people, when people make suggestions or they tell you how to do your job, dang, that crawls under my skin. I'm like, dude, you do even have a portfolio for one, and if you do, is it as good as mine or better? That's
Right.
so it's really one of the most insulting things in my book. So yeah.
Yeah, it can be very insulting, but for me, and this is just me, it can also be very humbling too, though. And I'm not saying like you're not in your specific example, but for me, like man, that's what I love about streaming. It's learning how to deal with those situations too. Because guess what? As we both know, that's also life. It's not just
Yeah.
streaming. You'll go around the
Exactly.
world and people have an opinion on how your hair looks today, Devin, and it could be perfect. But
And
from that one person, right? You got to be able to know how to, weave and bob with the challenges that life throws you, and they will. If they haven't happened to you yet, they will.
no,
That's just
it
life.
has. Yeah, it
Exactly.
has. And the
So
thing is, dealing with a critique is
yes, sir.
also an art in and of itself. It's
Yes, it
not
is.
just graphic design or illustrations or 3D
Mhm.
modeling, you know.
Or streaming, or you go down the list.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so also tell us a little bit about your YouTube videos. Or any of your YouTube videos in production at the moment?
Oh gosh. Well, so here's the thing. You're exposing me, Devin. You're exposing me right now. My lawyer has just phoned in. He said, Alec, don't answer that question. Have that stricken from the record.
If it's
No
too
one needs to.
personal,
No,
you know.
I'm joking. I'm
Okay.
joking. I'm completely joking.
Okay.
I'm very sarcastic, Devin. That's another thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I really am a smart Alec. I mean, it just through and through. I mean, it is a joke, but it really is also true, which is wild. So there's actually three things that I have planned there, Devin. So I'll share those that are recent. So firstly, because we had over 1,000 subs on YouTube, which again, I want to thank you, Devin, and so many other people that have allowed me to have that achievement. That wasn't Alec doing it. That was because of you guys. And I'm not ignorant of that fact. I'm so grateful and appreciative of that. But I want to film a stream tour, a stream room tour for 1,000 subs, and I need to get to doing that. And so that's one I need to have in production and show you what I got, what I do, what it looks like on my end of things. Because I love seeing that too. I love seeing people stream setups, man. I'm also a nerd. I'm a geek over that. I mean, I do it every day. So if they got something cool, I want to see it, right? So that's one. Another one that I'm currently working with my editor JP on, which sorry JP, I have not responded to your email yet, but we'll get there. Yeah, see now you're calling me out. I'm getting a little exposed, but fact of the matter is, so I did a collab last Monday, and it was with JP to celebrate his birthday with Mr. A Game and Delta Dave Live, three phenomenal streamers, and I think the world of. And we did a Mario Party birthday celebration stream, and I absolutely, in all intents and purposes, destroyed them. And I thought it'd be a funny little video to kind of make, show that happen and also show it from JP's perspective, my editor, and also from my perspective. So that's a video that's in production. And I'm the reason why it's not out yet because I didn't send him the file, but that doesn't matter. And then there's another one that I need to do, which goes back to I have a more professional grade camera. And Devin, it's just not working. Ever since I got my new PC, I don't know why. I'm still in the midst of troubleshooting, but time is of essence. You know how it is, man. It's just
Yeah.
a grind each week. The fact that it's gonna be Thursday tomorrow, is mind blowing to me. I don't know where the time has gone. And once I get that new camera set up, I'll be doing a Pokemon Gen 6 tier list guide.
Okay.
And what I do in that is I rank the Pokemon in the Pokedex based upon, from S to F, based upon how they look, their stats, anything else that comes to my mind. And so those are three videos I need to do that I want to push out because we're headed to YouTube partnership. And man, I'm again, I don't say with a single bit of boast or arrogance in my body, but the fact of the matter is that man, I have a loving community that wants those videos. Man, you know how it is, Devin. When you have a community that wants you to do things. I'm very self-driven. I'm very ambitious, and then people that want it. Oh, come on, bro. I mean, the
Yeah.
sky's the limit at that point in time. So
That's the
yeah,
dream.
that's what I got going on right now, man. I got a lot of work. Like Devin, rest assured, there's never a single time I sit down like, oh man, what do I got to do today? Anything? No, Devin. If I could show you my notepad of like things to do for stream, it's over like 25 entries long. I'm not even joking. I'm not even making this up.
I get you. I get you. Yeah, that's the nice thing too. It's that planning phase where you're like, okay, what am I gonna do? Just like kind of like similar to what you said. That process is fun. It's very
Oh
fun.
yes.
Um,
And you're so much more creative than I am, Devin. I mean, really, you are. You're so much more artistically inclined. I wish I had your talent. I don't. Therefore, I hire editors. I hire people like you to do work for me because you're better at it. I don't know what else to say.
we do got to talk about that graphic design after the stream, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
But we'll
Yeah.
talk. We'll talk. My people get in touch with your people.
Yeah.
But Something, and not to steal your interview, Devin, but I do have one
Sure.
question for you.
Sure.
You don't really talk much about your YouTube, at least not that I've heard. What are your plans for YouTube? What does it look like for you in 2 years of YouTube?
Yeah, it's because I'm very inconsistent on YouTube. Like, if I
Mhm.
get an idea, then I'll stream it. I really want to continue to stream the shout out videos. In fact, this is kind of why. So it's interesting because and not to tell too much detail, but Zila and I were DMing each other, and I was like, I want to bounce an idea off of you. She goes, "What? Okay, tell me right now." So she's like, so I said, what do you think if I revisited all the streamers that I've shout out so far,
Uh-huh.
and and I just say, and I titled the video uh something like what was it again, streamers I've shouted out and how are they holding up.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if that
Okay.
would be perceived in a kind way, or maybe like, oh, if they're not doing good, then I might as well talk bad about them. Like, I wasn't gonna do that, but um
No. No.
not at all. And Zila's like, she said it in a very nice way. She kind of thought the idea of like maybe doing something that I've already done was kind of like, well, it's been done, so
Right.
and so she goes, what if you just interviewed the streamers that you've shouted out? I was like, oh, it's funny because somebody way earlier in my this is getting off topic, but like somebody way earlier
Yeah.
was asking me like, hey, you should do a podcast. At the time, I wasn't ready, but now I'm here.
Right.
um
Right. Right. Right.
so yeah, so revisiting the streamers, to get back on topic, on YouTube, it's kind of
Mhm.
like, okay, so this idea was better, but I still want to shout out other streamers. I got a few in
Right.
mind. I'm actually taking notes on other people this time, like taking notes like in kind of an extensive period of time. Um,
Right.
and
Doing your
so
homework.
do my homework and just kind of watch them live and take notes and see what they excel at, and maybe something might have a suggestion for, if I have anything. So that's kind of where the
Mhm.
YouTube Seventh Devon YouTube channel is going right now. I
Okay.
might post more post production for Smash later, might be for my streams, and for my third anniversary, I'm definitely gonna make something and post it on there and whatnot. So you have a
When,
good
when, when
interviewer
is your
voice. Thank you so much.
when is
Appreciate
your
that.
third anniversary?
Third anniversary. It is the day before Father's Day.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
on
Well,
Father's
what do you
Day.
plan
I
to
think
do
it's
for it? I know I'm getting us off topic, but see, this is how I work in my streams. I love talking to people. And I love getting to know people. Now I want to know,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, what I'm gonna be doing, I actually really don't know what I'm gonna be doing on my third anniversary yet. That's something I'm still fleshing out. But I'll say that I am planning on making a more, should I say sophisticated? I don't know, but definitely a more cinematic graphic. Uh, and now that I know Blender a lot better, and
Right.
I'm learning it pretty quickly, ever since
Right.
getting that 3D model that you see below me.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I want to learn a little bit of 3D animation, which is going to help in my cartoon series anyway.
Okay.
So I want to
Wow.
animate my 3D model for my third year anniversary video. I think it's going to be kind of nice.
Okay. Well, you already know how it works there, Devin. I'm all about supporting other streamers and other content creators. So once that video is out, please send it my way.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to check it out and also support on it, regardless. I'm all about it, man. But that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna try to make one of those dreams come true during the third, time of celebration. I love that.
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, man. Very
Uh,
good deal.
Yeah, and then because so right, no, you're not gonna what so what feature on your Twitch do you wish that more people knew about?
Great question. I would say the fact, I mean, most people already know that, I would say, that come to my channel, but I'll still say, no, the fact that we take the time, or I should say, rather, I take the time to get to know that person rather than consider my username and a new follower. I want to know about them. I want to know what they had for dinner. I want to know what are they doing for their Sunday. What are their plans for their birthday? I want to know everything, man, because I love people and I have a heart for people. And I wish people also would realize as well as my community is the same way. We all love to talk. We all love to hang out. And then I know I'm answering like with too many answers here, but the final one is that also we love doing weird things because I am a nut. I'm weird. Okay. I love doing weird things for food challenges. And also I want more people to realize that as our next donation goal, I'm flying my brother out, Liam, which you had the pleasure of speaking to there, Devin.
Okay.
And we'll be eating soup with a knife while wearing top hats and monocles, and it's going to be a time. And not only that, I'm not done yet. I'm now getting to the point where I'm going to hire a waiter, a professional waiter, to wait on us, and this is going to get so out of hand, it's going to be ridiculous.
Wow.
So, what I want people to know is that I am weird. I'm a nut. I'm insane, but I have a love for people. I have a heart for people. If you come to my channel, you be treated with dignity, courtesy, respect, and we love you already. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. You got the big goals, man.
Hey, I just love it, brother. Like I said, this just all comes to the fact that I love streaming. I love people. That's what it is at the heart. So it's easy because this is what I love. This is what I do.
I guess the big contributor there, it was probably squash. That's my biggest guess.
So we have not done the donation goal for that yet, but I have to say there are numerous people in my community that keep our programs afloat. I'd say programs, but rather our goals afloat, and they do it in such ways it's ridiculous. And also, there's a lot of people, I should say, that also go unsaid for what they do in the background that do not want to be mentioned. So the amount of people that support, whether it's on stream or not, I'm grateful for all of them, because they make the community what it is, and they allow me to do what I do and do it very comfortably. Not to go on a tangent here, but Devin, when I first started streaming, I was in my parents' basement with less than 1 upload speed of internet for a household of people, quite a few people. All right. Now
Wow.
I'm in my own place, my own house. I have my own streaming room, and I almost have enough monitors to cover like all of my fingers in one hand here. Well, that if that is an improvement and a blessing, then I don't know what is.
Yeah.
So that's a big shout out to all the people that have what they have here. Truly,
it's a big step.
So grateful, so grateful.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd say, Devin. But Devin, what do more people need to know about you? That's all I got to see.
Yeah. What I really want people to be like, not as many people take advantage of our nice movie quotes, which I have down below. And like you open up those channel points, and I'm telling you, and it's not even just like movie quotes that we have, like Detective Pikachu or Marvel quotes or anything like that. It's like we got some other pretty fun stuff as well, but the main thing is definitely the movie quotes, and I wish people would keep on using it. And if they say that it's growing stale, I kind of hope that they communicate that and be like, hey, I really liked this, the sound effects at the time, but I'm wondering if maybe we could do a little bit of a refresh. That's kind of what I wish people would say, because they definitely aren't using it as much now.
And well, you can't force feedback, right? People will say what they want to say, but one thing I've learned there, Devin, you want any advice on this in my years? You hear me all the time. I say one of the harshest taskmasters on Twitch, but I really am, because I get my goals completed, and I will make sure my community helps you on that, because they do. Yeah. But sometimes you just got to ask, get a point blank, say, hey, this is what I'm looking at. What are your thoughts on it? Give me your feedback. And people will, but you may have to ask not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, maybe quite a few times throughout the stream, not to the point of being, getting annoying.
Yeah.
But you do have to speak up. And I know you don't have any fear of that, but if you want people to say what's wrong with them, maybe, or if there is anything wrong with them, there you go. And also, so just taking it, and what you'll see, Devin, and I've seen this a lot, is you'll make a change, and then you'll get the feedback. But like, wait, but we love that. You're like, well, they never said anything. So sometimes making that change also reveal that actually they really liked it, and they didn't want the change anyhow. So
yeah.
But I love that. I love the fact that you want the channel points to be used more in your channel. That's something you want people to be more cognizant of or aware of. It's like, hey, yeah, this is something we have. Like, use it.
Yeah,
Got
absolutely.
it. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's good feedback too, because I think, I mean, you definitely want to know what
Mhm.
other people want. Like, do they want something fresh? Do they not? So,
Right.
um,
Right.
but yeah, so that is a very good point that you have.
Of
Um,
course.
but yes, so what are your favorite games and your least favorite games to stream on Twitch?
Ooh, what a great question. Favorite game number one, Smash. Because I get to have so many community members here. We all get to be competitive, but keep it family friendly and be good sports. Easy. Probably number two right now is Tears of the Kingdom. I cannot. You need to play it too, Devin, but I cannot stress how good of a game that is. It is so dang good. I mean, the story, the surprises, the constant things that game has. Every time I think I've seen it all, they do it again, and there's this new cutscene, or there's this new side quest, or there's this new character, this is new ability, right? It's wild to me how good that game is, and I would say for another one, a final one. So we've been doing more recently has been just chatting. And we've been doing more and more just chatting as we open up the stream, just get to know each other more, just hang out. We have the wildest and most free flowing conversations. And that's what I love about that. So I would say number one, Smash. Number two, Tears of the Kingdom. Number three, just chatting as it stands right here on the 13th of March, 2024. But as far as like the least favorite games that I like to stream, when I was younger there, Devin, one lesson I've learned that you have to learn early in streaming is do not stream a game that you don't want to stream.
Right.
Just for either it's for people or people request it. If you don't want to stream it, don't do it because you're not going to be sold on it anyhow. So why do it? I mean, you're going to be wasting your time. And I don't mean this unkindly to the people,
Mm-mm.
but in the beginning, I used to stream a lot of Xenoverse because that's what a lot of my community liked, a Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. But great game, but not for me. And I probably should have realized that in the beginning and have not streamed it. But the fact of the matter is that I did. And ultimately, I didn't enjoy myself, and I did never do it again. Another one is also Fortnite. I'm sorry, I'm not a Fortnite guy. I
You
know
and
there's a
I
lot of
both, man.
requests me to do that, but I followed my principle. If I don't like it, I don't think I will like it. I know myself well enough by now that I'm not going to do it. So I'd say there's a couple games that come to mind there. Oh, and probably actually no. Let me say this: there's the final one. Probably the biggest one there, Devin, is horror. I hate horror.
uh,
I hate being scared. I'm a coward. I'm a baby. I don't care what people say. Call me what you got to call me, but at least I could sleep peacefully at night. That's what I care about.
I'll be honest. Like, why would you ever want to stream a horror? Just from my perspective, like, why would you stream a horror game if it's just gonna scare you to death? It's like, I don't know. That's not for me either. We have yet another thing in common. Alec, is just like horror. It's no, it's out of the question. Like, sorry, horror out of here. Like the closest I get it to horror is what I make, and that's it. It's dark. It's not horror,
That
So
I can live with. But
yeah.
when I was a younger streamer, I did an episode on. I did a whole series of playing Layers of Fear on YouTube with a fellow buddy of mine. He was a fellow streamer at the time. And man, I did. It sounds like I'm of a baby, but I guess I am. I got nightmares, man, for like a couple days, and I was like, bro, this sucks. I hated it. I was like, I'll never do it again. Now I say that, and yet we have a $2,000 donation goal for me to play FNAF with FNAF. But that's besides the point. If I'm with her, she knows the game. Her name is literally FNAF, and we all like FNAF here in my streams, so that'll be fine. But anything outside of that, Devin, no, I am not doing horror. I don't want to do horror. And I'm like you. No, it's not going to happen. I don't want it. Like, why do I want to be scared not be able to sleep at night? Like, man, that game, I don't want to tell you what it's about. It was horrifying. I mean, it was actual horror, and I hated it. I hated every bit of it.
Especially when they show like graphics of like characters and slime and stuff, and it's like, slime is not for me. I don't even know how. I don't see how slime is. I mean, in my artistic eyes, slime is like not even artistic. Like, why
Sure.
It's like,
Well,
what was that? I'm trying to think of the name of the show, but uh you guys probably know what I'm talking about.
about slime?
Yeah, there's a TV series, and the name is not coming into mind. Um, but
Hmm.
anyway, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, just to kind
But
of agree with you.
yeah, and to make it a point about it, the game I played, Layers of Fear, is about paintings, man. And you're a painter. Oh my gosh, no. I
Mm-mm,
still can't look at paintings ever the same after playing that game. It was horrible.
mm-mm,
Don't even do it. And yeah, the point is, yeah, horror is also another game I wouldn't stream
no.
unless I'm being paid a massive sum of money. Which $2,000 to play a game is, that's good money, Devin. I think I take it.
It's pretty good money, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right by me. So that's what that is.
Yeah.
But all right, what else in your bag of questions do you have?
Yeah, so let's see here. What games do you want to play in the future on Twitch?
Well, I would love to play with the new Nintendo console, whatever that looks like, whatever that's going to become. I would love to play the next Smash game. Obviously, they'll probably become the next biggest game we stream, whatever that looks like there. And then also, I would like to. So I'm trying to think what other games are coming out. The new Pokemon Legends game when that drops. That's not anywhere near right now, but in
Okay.
2025, I believe that is. I want to stream that. Looking very much forward to that. Um, and I don't know if there's anything else right now that I have. And also, just to interrupt you for a brief moment, Palman Raiders, thanks for rating, guys. I'm in an interview right now with Mr. Devin here. He is being so kind to give us some time just to talk about my Twitch, talk about my journey, and talk things about life. And so I'm not as chatty as I normally am, but welcome. Thank you for the rating. And thank you so much, Pallet. I hope you're doing well, brother. But yeah, what about you? What are some games you're looking forward to there, Devin?
Um, Two things that I was thinking of because I'm right now I'm in this transition of like knowing, well, what games do I really want to play next? On the side for Smash, but
Right.
Mecha Break was a really cool one announced at the Gaming Rewards.
Okay.
I think that's Steam only. I want to try Steam on my laptop before I try it on my desktop.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and there's also one that Jimmy, one of our longer time community members, he
Is
suggested
that
this.
Ultra Instinct?
Huh? Yeah,
Is
Ultra
that
Instinct. Yeah,
Yeah, I know him. Okay, good.
yeah. He's a cool Chad.
Yeah, he is. He
He
is. Sorry, I
Yeah.
interrupted you, but I
No, it's
knew
okay.
him. I just want to make sure I said. I think I know that guy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, gotcha. No, you're good. So he suggested This Dead Winter, and I looked it up. It's almost like Stray, except it's like Firefox the game. So you're a
Okay.
fox, but you got superpowers, and you can transform into fire, and you can go in like you can enter inside of like candles or
Right. Right.
robots, so on and so forth. That looks really, really good. I want to stream that if I can.
Okay.
And then ultimately, I want to start getting into Rivals of Aether 2 because that looks like
Heard
a
of
good.
that one.
Yeah, yeah. I never played the first one, but the second
Right.
one looks really, really good, and I want to see what it's about. But
Do you have to play the first one in order to understand the second one? Is that type of situation?
I don't think so. It's
Oh,
a
well,
it's
that's
a
nice.
it's a fighting game, kind of like Smash. In fact,
Yes.
they're yeah, and you probably know, but like the guy who came out with Rivals of Aether, he was actually involved in the Smash community, and was inspired by it. So
I did not know that little factoid. That's cool.
yeah, yeah. So it's really
Huh.
cool. It's really, really cool.
Dang. Cool, man. All right. So it looks like you got some things on your plate then. Some things that are cooking.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. Um,
Cool.
what would you no? What would your stream look like without your niche?
With what?
Without the core aspect of your stream, like in your case, the interaction, the quality of interaction you got.
Wow. Bad. Bad
Yeah.
is how it would look, Devin, because I'm
Yeah.
not good at video games. I'm able to sometimes mask people following me on Twitch thinking that I'm good at video games when in reality I'm not. I'm actually horrible at video games. And my chat from time to time will call me out on that. And if it was all about Alec and being skilled,
Wouldn't be the
I
same.
don't think I could do that because I'm much more of an entertainer than I am an actual gamer in that sense. Because I love entertaining people, I love putting a smile on people's faces, and I love being me with that. But if my entertainment was solely the game, boy, I'd have to step up how I play certain games. And I don't think I have that in me because my first instinct, my first way of doing things is being there for the people
Yeah.
and being able to share that love of being me, but also game at the same time. So if I were to take away that core thing of interactivity, I don't think we'd have anywhere near the number of followers we have today. I think
Right.
that's just being realistic.
Yeah.
That's a great question. But yeah, I like taking away me being chatty, taking away being interactive people is like taking away a core thing of me as a person. I don't think I could do that. So
I
the
could.
ultimate answer is that you'd be like, you come into my stream like, Alec, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah.
You've used the same slash attack 5 times in a row. What are you doing? But see, now it gets to work because I'm a weirdo and I'm fun and I eat soon to be soup with a knife while wearing a monocle.
Yeah. I have a hard time imagining coming into an Alex stream with no webcam and no microphone.
Oh man,
That would not be honestly. That would no.
one
I'm
of the biggest things that I've applied to me with streaming there, Devin, is if I don't want to see it, you probably don't want to see it, right? And
Yeah.
that's a pretty good litmus test on what we want to do. So if I have no mic, no webcam, I would like 9 times out of 10 go to stream that has it because there's interactivity, right?
Yeah.
Now I love interactivity. Maybe some people aren't comfortable with that, but I would still say, wager to guess with my experiences here on Twitch, that the grand majority, the people that have a lot of views and a lot of people there, are have a mic, good mic, right? At least decent, and a webcam. I'm not saying you need to be 4K. I mean, Twitch can't handle 4K, but 1080. But at least have something there. Shows that you want to interact with us. You're not afraid to interact with us.
Yeah.
But that all happens in due time, right? Not I didn't have my webcam until my first 500 followers on Twitch, and I understand that. But again, I would still suggest that you at least do that, and definitely just have a mic because
Yeah.
then you're just typing with them, and that can work
Yeah.
in a very small sample size in a very small circumstance. I'd be
Yeah.
willing to say.
Yeah, I don't like talking to people on stream and being like, "Hey, I'm gonna type chat," because it's like, why would you do that?
You
Like,
want to text the
just-
streamer on stream?
yeah, it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I
And
can't do that.
I do want to clarify this though, because there are some people have situations or circumstances where they are not able maybe to afford it. They're not able to have that time alone. I
It's
get
true.
that. That's fine. I'm not in any way judging those people. But I mean, if you have the opportunity to have those things, you just choose to, I would love to know why. Because I feel like streaming is all live stream is all about interactivity and interactions. And I feel like you put it solely on text again, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice because I
Yeah,
feel like you could reach many more people if you actually were using your voice and stuff. But
yeah.
people have a variety of circumstances and a variety of ways of streaming. I get that, but that would not be my first choice to watch. I'd rather watch anyone that has at least a mic versus one that
You
does not.
you and I both,
And
because
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, Twitch, we're here to see the person, not the game. So I'm super glad that you do what
right.
you do, and you do it well.
Well, thank you, Devin. I'm not here to see you text, man. If
No.
I can even see. I mean, Devin's cool and all, but like, dang, man, like anytime he's gonna get on here, so we could actually, maybe talk to him. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, here's one of my last questions. It's starting to get a
Yeah.
little bit late, but
Yes. Yes.
have
We'll make. How about we make this the last one? Does that work?
I'm sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just
how about
because
this?
I also need to. It is getting later for me too. So
Yeah,
it's 11 o'clock.
yeah. Why don't we make this the second last one? Is that okay?
Second last one. Okay, sure.
Okay, okay. We already answered that question. Okay. So, what is the most memorable moment within your entire streaming career?
Wow. I've had so many memorable moments. I think. You have to give me a second to think about that one. Wow, most memorable moment. I mean, what? For those that are listening, we did a 40-hour stream recently. No sleep, right? That was a memorable moment. We got hundreds of subs. We
Yeah.
had 1,000 subs on YouTube recently.
Was it the 40. Oh, I think you just said. I
40
must have.
hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm gonna say it was. Wow, that's tough. Because
Mm,
I've also visited people from Twitch now. I've met some of my own viewers. Like,
yeah.
there's so many memories. But
I
I
know.
think,
I know. It
I
wasn't.
think
Go ahead.
it would be my first ever subscriber, there, Devin,
Hmm.
because the fact that someone not only took the time to watch me, which time is money, you can never get that back,
Yeah.
but then they also went ahead and gave me money. What a blessing. What an absolute blessing that someone would think I am worth the time and the money to invest into. Like that is like so huge. And I wish I could relive that very first moment because now to where I am with things, and again, I don't hope no one like the treats like, oh wow, just kind of flexing. There's no flex here.
Yeah.
But now I'm at a point in streaming where we'll probably get like, 5 to 10 subs a stream or something else, or bits or donations.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm not appreciative, but as you repeatedly do something, or something repeatedly happens, you don't get, honestly, not as excited, but it's not that original feeling. So if I go back in time and see that first dono, seeing that first bit, seeing that first sub, I think that's the most memorable moment to me because it really shows that like someone cared enough to invest in me and what I do. That's what it is. Yes, I've achieved 4-hour streams. I've had numerous people donate. I've had numerous people watch me, numerous raids, everything. But someone took the time, took the care to invest it to me. How can I ever be eternally grateful? How can it never be like one of the best moments, if not, it is the best moment in stream. That's what I'd say, Devin. That right there.
Yeah. Very good response. Very good response. Now, I'll
Thank
say,
you.
yeah, I'll say, I was kind of cracking up a little bit because when you were thinking, I was thinking to myself, I know for a fact it wasn't the ranch soda.
The ranch soda is the one that gave me PTSD for the rest of my life, and that is a memory, Devin. Perhaps that's the worst I've ever than the best. If you flip that script, maybe that's what I got there for you. But no, yeah. As a matter of fact, Devin, ironically, it is not my best memory in all of streaming.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Devin, have you tried that yet?
No, I don't know if I will.
What do I got to do? What do I got to pay you to make that happen? What, $91 million? It ain't that. That ain't happening. Devin, I need to get you a bottle. What do I got to do to make that happen?
I'll give you my address.
Oh, and I'll pay you, man. What do you want? What's your number, buddy? Everyone's got a number.
Okay,
What is it?
I'll text it to you on Discord.
I'm very intrigued. I want you to drink that whole thing too. I'll pay it, but you're drinking the whole dang thing. And honestly, you could know, Devin. I had another gentleman, a gentleman. You know Funk Fritter, our community, right? You've seen him.
I'm sorry, who?
Funk Fritter.
Oh, I've seen the name. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, Funk Fritter is a great guy, and he has a really good palate. All right. He understands good food. He's actually very good at cooking.
Okay.
So is his wife.
Okay.
And, people are like, well, maybe Alec's just making this up, right? Maybe Alec is just being over dramatic. It's not as bad as it says it is. He says it is. Well, fact of the matter is, he ended up getting a bottle and he filmed it for me. And I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to see this. And in his words, I quote, "That taste violated the Geneva Convention." So if you need to hear anything else, there you go. There you have it. It is disgusting. The aftertaste, horrible. Smell, horrible. The whole thing is diabolical. It shouldn't exist. That is Satan incarnate, somehow, some way, put in a bottle, and it's disgusting. I encourage every streamer to try it so you can know what I'm talking about, and so you can also suffer like me. So when I say I had ranch soda, and Devin, I cleaned out that bottle, I put it on my stream shelf. I saved it. All right. I took the time to wash it and keep it as a trophy. So if someone ever asks, hey, have you ever? I'm like, yes, I have. Here it is. And am I ever doing it again? The answer is a big fat no. Devin, I've had the weirdest things: ranch and cereal, water and cereal, dunked cookies and water, deep fried sushi. I've had ice cream and pizza, hot dog water. Nothing has still compared with ranch soda. It's horrible. I don't know how else to tell you. It sucks. Sucks is an understatement. So all I ask, try it. Just give it a whirl and report back to me. And you know what? If you thought it wasn't that bad, I need to know what is in your genes and how do I siphon your blood out of you and put that into me so I'm a tougher human being. That's what I need.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take one little taste, but I don't know if I'm even gonna
Oh
finish
no,
it.
you don't, buddy. Oh no, oh no. If I'm paying for it, I'll pay you good money for it. We'll talk about that price.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, you got me on ranch soda, man. You knew I had to rant for that one.
All right. I gotcha. It was that bad.
It's harmed me. Can you tell, Devin? Those wounds will never heal. They'll never close. I'm gonna have to carry those burdens. You know, I mentioned my future wife, right? You know, in the next 5 years, I'm gonna have to tell her that one of the things coming to this relationship is the fact that I've had ranch soda, and I'm never the same man since. I never will be.
Oh man. All right, let's wrap this up. So, on a scale from excuse me, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate this podcast?
Ooh, wow, great question. I love that at the end there, by the way, man. Very professional.
Thank you.
I would give it. Can I rate it in 2 ways?
Sure.
All right. First way, with the way that you, well, actually 3 ways. First way, your questions are really unique, and some of them put me in a bit of a blender, but I was able to blend myself out. I was able to get out and bob and weave, you know? But they were good. And that says to me that they're good. So I love the uniqueness of them. I love getting someone out of their comfort zone and having to answer. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's the old smart Alec movement there. But I love that about it. I love the fact that you took the time to keep it slow at first, then kind of hopping into, you know, deeper or I would say odder questions, but not as an insult, but odder.
Otter.
The other one that I would say there is that I'm gonna be a little bit more they're blunt, but I don't mean it as an insult.
Okay.
But I would say if you're doing an interview, we want to be careful how long goes on too, because we got to keep on people's attention span.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be consolidating some of the other questions might be a little bit more helpful as well. I mean, I know I talked a lot. That's also my fault. But I think consolidating a few of the questions might be a little bit more beneficial because, again, will everyone want to watch maybe like however long this will be? Maybe not. But that's just my humble opinion. But then again, that's your content. But that'd be my little piece of advice there. And then thirdly, as your professionalism and interviewing you and getting to know you better, Devin, I enjoyed it a 10 out of 10 because I get to spend time with someone that I see my chat all the time and someone that I enjoy watching. What a blessing that is to be able to have the chance just to converse with you one-on-one, hear you speak. That's something that I don't take for granted. So all of that to say, I give you a solid 8, and I look forward to watching your podcast. Well, I guess listening to this podcast, but watching the future ones once we have all the where you have the cameras figured out. But Devin, I really enjoyed my time, and the fact that you invited me and chose me for this is nothing short of something that I'm very grateful of, and I'll also include my memories now of something I got to be a part of.
Yeah.
So that's what I would wrap it all up on.
Dude. Yeah. And dude, thanks for coming in, and yeah, I'll definitely consider it, man. But Cosmic said he heard his name. But yeah, so what was it? So guys, if you haven't checked out Smart Alec, let me go ahead and give him a shout out in the chat. Oops,
Thank you, Devin.
Yeah,
I do appreciate it. And also, guys, if you've not followed my good friend Devin, he's going to be right in the chat right now. If you guys have not followed him, he is also another wonderful streamer. He's also a believer. Great guy. I could not recommend him more. I really enjoy his content. And by the way, he is so good at Smash. He is. If you want an actual challenge, unlike myself, you really should go check him out. Trust me. That Yoshi his will give you nightmares, like I have nightmares with horror games.
Mhm.
Go give him a follow, chat, please and thank you. And I'm gonna do a proper shout out. I copied your link, Devin. Whoops. I'm very unprofessional, you see.
It's okay.
But yeah, you really should go check him out, guys.
Yeah.
Really.
It was.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead, Devin.
No,
please.
Yeah, anyway, so no, I really appreciate you being on the stream. Like I said, I think I said that like what 1 or 2 other times, and I mean it was awesome getting to interview you. And
yes.
Madison, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to 7th Theater, and glad you're enjoying the podcast. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna wrap it up. And yeah, if you want to give me even more feedback in the chat, I'm still trying to process it a little bit. I mean I'll welcome you to do it. and we are going to be back Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, streaming more competitive. Well, yeah, more open arenas and Smash. And if you want to sharpen your competitive skills, you can absolutely do that tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, just like I said. And then we are also going to be interviewing Towers this upcoming
Ooh.
Friday. And let me look at the time because I've got this on screen, but I'm trying
Oh
to.
man, I have to be doing my taxes, Devin, and I think I'll be watching that interview then.
Yeah,
Towers is a goat. Also,
yeah,
Maddie was followed, by the way. She's from here. She's phenomenal. Everyone that's followed from my stream, guys, thank you guys for following him.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay, awesome. Yep,
Eastern.
I'll be doing my taxes during that time. Then I'm excited for it.
Yeah, cool.
But
Well,
all right, well, Devin, thank you, and everyone that watches this. Thank you for listening to me rant about a lot of different things. I really appreciate it. Hope you may learn something, or maybe it inspired you to come over to my channel. And let me tell you, we would love to have you. If you look me up on Twitch, it's Smart Dog Plays. It'd be a blessing. And we chat here every single day. Pretty much we're live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Saturday, we do 12-hour streams. And we're planning for a 55-hour stream this year with no sleep and just grinding it out. I'm looking forward to it. And Devin, I want to say what a pleasure it was, my man. And you're a great guy. And I am so grateful that I got to hang out with you tonight. I really do mean that.
absolutely. And thanks for coming in once again. And I will see you all later. And stay tuned, guys.